Okay, so for your final video and finish up on your Benchy boat, by the end of this video we're going to do your chimney and your captain's box, and we're going to add the fillets, chamfers, do the holes on the front, and assign your final Benchy model an appearance. The goals for this video is to create your captain's box and chimney, use the ellipse sketch tool, chamfer and fillet your Benchy model, and assign an appearance to your Benchy. Alright, so with our Benchy that we finished from last video, we're going to create the captain's box right here. So I'm going to create a new sketch on the bottom face here, and I'm just going to slice because now our roof is in our way. So I'm going to click slice on the right, and I'm going to click P for project, click here, and what I'm going to do now is click R for rectangle, just place it down here, and I'm going to dimension its width to be 12 millimeters and height to be 8 millimeters. Oops, 8. And I'm going to use the midpoint constraint so I get this midpoint to align with this midpoint of this projected line, so it's an exact middle. And also I want to give this box a thickness, so I'm going to do offset again, click my rectangle, I'm going to give it a thickness of 1 millimeter. And we click finish sketch, and we're going to extrude this to 8 millimeters. And now what we're going to do to create our chimney, we're going to go on the construct and click offset plane, or you can click right here. And we're going to click from here from the bottom face of the boat, and we're going to offset it to 70, but 70, it's actually going to send the other way, so you have to type in -70. So now we have a horizontal plane above the roof. And we're going to create a new sketch on that. And now, obviously, we want to project our roof, and we'll drop in a circle. The reason why we had this horizontal plane, so it drops down straight and it's not going at an angle if we selected this or something else that's not horizontal. And now I'm going to dimension this 6 millimeters from this corner and from both sides, from both directions. I'm going to give it a diameter of 8 millimeters. Great. And what I'm going to do now is drop it down. Obviously it's going to automatically change to a cut extrude, but we want to join it. And for this you're going to have to be careful, as in you don't want to over extrude, because even though it looks like nothing's happening, if you look from the bottom, it's actually extruding through. So what you can do is actually click here to snap on to this face, right? But then you can see that little gap. So what you do is just manually extrude a little bit until you can't see any more changes, and there's nothing coming out from this corner. And now we're going to click OK, and we're going to click create a new sketch on top of the chimney again, and we're just going to offset it. We don't have to project right away, and we're just going to offset by 1 millimeter. Whoops. And we're going to extrude 3 millimeters up. 3. And we have our chimney. So what we're going to do now is create our holes in the front. So we're going to create a new sketch, and we're going to select our mid plane of our boat. We're going to click slice, and I'm going to project as always. So I want to go on the create ellipse so I can get an ellipse. It's going to ask me what's the horizontal. I'm not going to plug in any number. I'm just going to manually add the dimensions myself. I'm going to dimension the width of the ellipse to be 10 millimeters and the height to be 6 millimeters. And in order to dimension and constrain its place, I'm going to dimension from horizontally to be 17.5 millimeters away and 12 millimeters down from this point. Now we have our hole in place. Click E for extrude, select our ellipse, and instead of extruding from one way, we're going to go in the direction and symmetric, and we're just going to drag until we cut through and make our hole. And now you're pretty much done for the solid modeling of your Benchy model. What's just left optionally is just fillets and your chamfers. So you can go under here, fillet or modify, F, and you can just round off your Benchy bolt wherever you want. So I just selected the outer edges just for example, and you can just drag and give it to any radius amount, 0.5, just an example. Chamfer, go under modified, right under fillet, chamfer. It's gonna do what fillet basically does, but it just gives them more of a straight angle, not a rounded finish. Just like that. You can hold control to add more edges if you already selected one and drag the blue arrow. And you can just go around with messing around, and you can give your Benchy model any look. Click OK, and that's the chamfer. If you want to give your Benchy model a look and a texture and some color, you can go also under modify and click appearance or A for short. Now Fusion is going to bring up an entire list of whole countless amounts of textures and appearances. So example, if you want wooden, you can go under wood and drag it. There's also metal. There's metal, mirror, there's paint. I'm going to go under with metal, and I'm just going to select chrome. I'm going to select chrome, just normal. And now we have our Benchy bolt in chrome. Now for example, if you selected a metal, but you want to keep that same texture, maybe it has a shiny texture, but you don't like its color. After dragging the appearance, you can right click on that assign appearance and click edit, and it's going to bring you up this color switcher, and then you can just mess around until you get the color that you want, and click done, and you click close, and there you have it. That is your final Benchy model. And thank you so much for watching this series. I hope you guys enjoyed it in modeling. If you have any questions or anything, any suggestions, just drop it down in the comments below. And that's it for the Benchy model series. See you guys next time. Bye bye.